Welcome to Premier League Gameweek 15 recap. Let's get into it. Man City played Brentford and lost 2-1. Ivan Toney, who was snubbed off a spot in England's 26-man World Cup squad, opened for scoring in the 16th minute of this match. However, Brentford ended up losing the lead at a stroke of half-time and Phil Foden struck the ball with power to equalise the game. This left the scoreline at 1-1 going into half-time, and the scoreline remained this way for most of the second half. However, a large amount of injury time was added on at the end of this match, and 8 minutes deep into it, Ivan Toney made it a brace for himself when he tapped the ball into the back of the net, showing why Southgate should have chosen for the England squad and also securing a massive 3 points for Brentford at the Etihad. Brentford have done pretty well against the Big Six this season. They beat Manchester United and now the reigning Premier League champions Manchester City, with them also drawing 0-0 against Chelsea, and the one match they lost being against top of the league Arsenal, who are now 5 points clear of Man City because of their defeat to Brentford. Bournemouth faced Everton and won 3-0. Bournemouth played against Everton earlier in the week in the Carabao Cup and beat them 4-1, and beat them by a 3-goal margin once again in this match, with their first goal coming through Marcus Tavernier in the 18th minute of the match. Tavernier then assisted Kiefer Moore for Bournemouth second 7 minutes later, making it so Tavernier now has 6 goal contributions in his past 3 Premier League matches. Everton did improve at the start of the second half, but were unable to get a goal, and eventually substitute Jadon Anthony scored the final goal in this match to put the game to bed, with him also scoring a final goal against Everton in the middle of the week. This result has helped Bournemouth climb above Everton in the table and go 3 points above the relegation zone, whilst Everton lie 1 point above it. Liverpool up against Southampton to beat them 3-1. Nathan Jones was recently appointed as Southampton manager and would hope to get a big win in his first match, but playing Liverpool at Anfield was never going to be an easy task, and just 6 minutes into the match, Roberto Firmino broke the deadlock with a great header that ended up in the bottom corner. Southampton did manage to equalise the game not long after in a similar fashion to Liverpool's goal, with Che Adams heading the ball in from a set piece to make the scoreline 1-1 until the opening 10 minutes. Darwin Núñez took matters into his own hands after this and scored 2 goals in a span of 21 minutes to win the match with Liverpool as they look to recover from the poor form they've been in this season, with them now being in 6th place. Nottingham Forest came up against Crystal Palace and beat them 1-0. Crystal Palace, who struggled to create chances in this match, had the perfect opportunity to take the lead a few minutes before the break when they rewarded a penalty for a foul on Zaha. However, Zaha's shot from the spot went wide and the scoreline stayed 0-0. Soon into the second half, Gibbs White punished Zaha for his penalty miss as he squeezed the ball past Guaita to put aside 1-0 up, which proved to be the winner in this match, helping Nottingham Forest move from bottom of the table to 18th place and just 1 point away from exiting the relegation zone. A win here would have seen Crystal Palace move up into the top half of the table, so they will feel disappointed they weren't able to get a win against a side that was sitting down in 20th place before this match. Spurs faced Leeds and won 4-3. This was a 7-goal thriller, and these were the first of the 2 sides to score in this match, with Crysencio Somerville scoring 10 minutes into the game to score 4 goals in 4 consecutive appearances, which are impressive numbers for a 21-year-old who only properly broke into the first team this season. Harry Kane ended up leveling the game 15 minutes later when he fired home the ball from close range, but just before half time, Rodrigo managed to regain Leeds' lead when he shot the ball past Hugo Lloris. This left Tottenham 2-1 down at half time, but just a few minutes into the second half, Ben Davies got an equaliser with a shot from outside the box deflected off a Leeds player and past Meslier in goal. Rodrigo put Leeds in front once again in this match in the 76th minute, getting his 5th goal in 4 matches to make it seem like Leeds were about to pull off a surprise win against Tottenham. However, Leeds were unable to hold on to their 1 goal lead for the 3rd time in this match as Bentancur fired the ball into the back of the net in the 81st minute, and just 2 minutes after, he scored his 2nd goal of the match as he tapped in Kulusevski's cross to win the match with Tottenham, leaving Leeds empty-handed by the time the full-time whistle blew, despite them doing well to score 3 goals in this match. To make matters worse for Leeds, Tyler Adams was shown a 2nd yellow card towards the end of the match to make it so he'll miss Leeds' next game versus Man City on the 28th of December after the World Cup break. West Ham played Leicester City and lost 2-0. James Maddison, who was called up to the England World Cup squad earlier in the week, showed exactly why he deserves a spot in the team, and he opened a score in 8 minutes into this match. However, less than 20 minutes later, he left the field injured, but hopefully it's nothing serious because it'd be a real shame if he got called up and couldn't even go. Leicester had a great opportunity to increase their lead super half time and they awarded a penalty, but Lucas Fabianski did well to save them a shot from the spot to keep a side in the game. West Ham were unable to find an equaliser in the second half, however, and ended up increasing their lead to 2-0 when he hit West Ham on the counter-attack and scored thanks to Harvey Barnes slotting the ball past Fabianski, getting 6 goals this season and helping Leicester climb up to 12th place on the table whilst West Ham sit in 16th place, 1 point above relegation zone. Newcastle up against Chelsea and defeated them 1-0. Newcastle were in excellent form going into this match, with them being 10 matches unbeaten across all competitions, while Chelsea weren't doing too great, with them failing to win any of their last 5 matches in domestic competitions, so Newcastle winning here was to be expected. Newcastle got their winning goal in the 67th minute of the game when Joe Willock holding the ball from 18 yards out, finally putting them in front after they squandered a few good chances in this match. Chelsea's side, which featured 6 academy products in their starting 11, did try and get an equaliser, but Newcastle were just too defensively sound. The 2 times Chelsea did get a shot on target, Nick Pope was able to stop the ball going in. This result means Chelsea have failed to score in their last 3 matches in domestic competitions and has left them down in 8th place, 8 points behind Tottenham in 4th and a point behind Liverpool, who haven't done too well themselves this season. Newcastle on the other hand remain in 3rd place with 30 points out of 15 matches, which is very impressive. I don't think many people would expect them to be doing this well this early into their rebuilds. Wolves came up against Arsenal and lost 2-0. It wasn't a great first half for either side in this match, but in the second half Arsenal stepped up the game with Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard scoring 2 goals in 20 minutes to secure the 3 points for his side, leaving Arsenal 5 points clear at the top of the league going into the World Cup break. There was only scare for Granit Xhaka, who appeared to go off injured not long into the match, which would have been a real shame with the World Cup around the corner, but it turns out this was down to a sickness bug that affected the Arsenal team before the match, and reports say these were the chefs who cooked Arsenal's pre-match meal. This loss has left Wolves at the very bottom of the table with 10 points from 15 matches and 27 points away from Arsenal at the very top of the table. Brighton faced Aston Villa and lost 2-1. McAllister scored Brighton's fastest ever goal in the Premier League when he took the ball off Douglas Luiz and proceeded to open a score in 49 seconds into this match, but Brighton blew their lead away in the 20th minute when they gave away a penalty that Danny Ings was able to convert. Later on, Douglas Luiz was able to make up for his error earlier in the game as soon as the second half he assisted Danny Ings for Villa's second, which proved to be the winning goal in this match. The 3-pointer has moved Villa further up the table and away from the relegation zone, which we were lurking near before Unai Emery's appointment, with Villa winning both of their Premier League games under the new manager. Finally, Fulham up against Man United and lost 2-1. Christian Eriksen was the man to get his first goal in this match, with him sliding in the back post to put away Bruno Fernandes' pass, scoring his first goal for Man United since signing for them in the summer. Man United managed to hold on to the lead for the rest of the first half, but 16 minutes into the second half, ex-Man United player Dan James scored 2 minutes after being substituted onto the pitch to level the game. As the match got closer and closer to the end, it seemed like this Dan James goal was going to result in a point for both sides, but in the final few moments of the game, Alejandro Garnacho scored a last-gasp winner to secure the 3 points for Manchester United, which could be crucial in them achieving top 4 this season, with them now being 3 points away from Tottenham and 4th with a game in hand. Anyway, that's Premier League Gameweek 15 recapped. If you made it this far and enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and more share, comment down your opinions on any of the matches happening this game week. With that being said, have a good one guys. See ya.